Hey, wrestling fans, F and True Wrestling here. Brian Crazy,
JC Styles.
nice to see you guys again. And here we are with our Royal Rumble 2011 review. It was a mediocre show at best. We'll run through the card, give you our opinions real fast. It is, getting a little late here. We both got, obligations to tend to in the morning. And unfortunately, we just made a video, which was about 20 minutes in length. But for some reason, we lost the audio the second half, like it's happened on some of our previous vids. So we're just going to run down the card real quick, and we'll give you a more detailed account with our Monday Night Raw review tomorrow night.
First off, like Brian said, this pay-per-view was very mediocre at best. They put the title matches on. They went the World Heavyweight Championship match, which was
Right at
decent.
8 o'clock.
Right at 8 o'clock. It was okay. It was a good match. I was expecting Dolph Ziggler to win. When the referee was knocked out, they basically Edge snuck a spear, finished it up with the kill switch.
Just real fast, a moment from our sponsors, Budweiser beer.
After this pay-per-view, I kind of wish I drunk a whole case of that. This pay-per-view sucked ass.
Budweiser brings you F and True Wrestling. No, not really.
So basically, we see Edge retain the title in Edge-style fashion, the ultimate opportunist. Then we go into the WWE Championship match, which went on at 8:30, 8:35.
About 8:45. Just to real quick, give a quick thought on the World's Heavyweight title match. Contest started off extremely slow, picked up midway through. We saw, a lot of decent moves from both these athletes. I think they really performed well in the second half of this contest. We saw, the referee kind of out of the ring. Vicky Guerrero ended up getting knocked out. Edge hit his spear on Dolph Ziggler. Then he ended up hitting the kill switch, which is Christian's move, and ended up retaining his championship. So, like JC said,
overall, what would you rate this match? I usually do overall. I'd probably give this about a 1.
Out of a 1 to 5, or 0 to 5.
0 to 5. Probably give it a 1.
Oh,
no, I'd probably
it
give
wasn't
it a 2.
that bad.
I'll give it a 2.
Come on, those it's how they were booked for the finish. Those athletes. I mean, the beginning of the match was a little slow, but I mean, the end of that contest, I think they both gave out some pretty decent moves. I think that match is a 2.5 or a 3. For our next contest that JC mentioned, we then went into the WWE Championship match at approximately 45 minutes into the card. This match sucked. Randy Orton was decent. Miz was garbage.
We see A-Rod get involved a couple of times.
Again, Mrs. Manservant.
Basically, we'll just skip right to the finish. We see Husky Harris. We see Mason Ryan, Otunga, and Michael McGillicuddy come out, distract Randy Orton. You see CM Punk come out from the other side of the ring behind Orton, deliver the go to sleep. Miz covers, wins the WWE Championship.
CM Punk throws the Miz on Randy Orton. Because he figures with his new Nexus band, he is going to pick up the win in the Royal Rumble later on in the night. He figures Miz is the weaker of the two men to face for champion, and he thinks he's setting himself up perfectly for his opportunity to regain the title at WrestleMania. So basically, like JC said, we saw, the Miz retain and another freaking unclean, goddamn fucking finish. This match was such fucking shit. I'm not even gonna rate it. Next.
We have the Divas match, which right before the Divas match, which was Lay Cool, scheduled Lay Cool to face Natalia in a 1-on-1 handicap match for the Divas Championship. We had the GM ring around and say
the Raw GM.
The Raw GM says, being that Teddy Long is out for a while and Vicky Guerrero scheduled this to be a 2-on-1 handicap match, I'm going to change the rules and make it a fatal 4-way. Now, like I said to Brian in our earlier video before this one, that this would have been a perfect time to bring Awesome Kong in. I mean, the Divas division right now, like we said in the past, is in the gutter right now. WWE's MO always wants to put the sexy women on TV, but with no competition. Put the sexy women and not really care about the in-ring.
I think
the in-ring ability.
Hey, I think
Natalia is sexy and she has great in-ring ability. Lay Cool, okay, yes, they have good in-ring ability.
Michelle has incredible in-ring ability. More than Natalia any day.
The thing is, it doesn't balance itself out when you only have really 2 to 3 maybe talented divas in the WWE. They could have brought Awesome Kong up from the FCW.
Gail Kim can go. Natalia can go. Beth Phoenix can go. Michelle McCool
They
can
let
go.
30 wrestlers go last year, and the fact, which we're going to bring that to you in another video.
But a lot
they
of
let 30 stars
But
go.
if you look at a lot of these wrestlers' individual situations, several of them asked for their release.
Yes.
And now they're actually, employed other places.
Maybe WWE, instead of needing to bring like good main event stars, maybe they should acquire some young diva talent that can actually go.
And it's funny enough, I know this is totally unrelated, but I've heard reports that the WWE has never been interested in Samoa Joe. I mean, what are these freaking guys smoking?
They're smoking crack. They're simple as
that. Dude, they have to be, because Joe is fucking insane.
So we see Eve Torres enter
with a sick. Oh,
with Eve Torres being the mystery fourth diva in the match.
I thought you were going to the finish. I apologize.
Now we're going to jump to the finish, where we see a really sick finisher by Eve Torres. I'll let
sick
you take that.
Freaking moonsault off the top rope. I think it was the high point of the match. I know one move can't save a whole match, but I did enjoy seeing Eve sexy ass jump off the top rope and hit a killer ass moonsault. So yeah, if you guys can't tell, I'm just a little hit. So yeah, and so the next one, we move into
the Royal Rumble match.
The Royal Rumble 2011.
Which we had a decent, a very, actually, probably say one of the best Rumbles that we've seen in the last 5 years. We had 40-man, was pretty good. CM Punk came out. Daniel Bryan was the second entry. They tore the house down. Daniel Bryan lasted, I think, 30 minutes in the Rumble.
Oh, yeah.
Eliminating some good talent, doing a fantastic job. Then I'd probably say the biggest moments of the night is when Booker T came in at 20. And did you see the ovation that Booker T got?
Oh, Booker T got an amazing ovation, and so did Kevin Nash, who debuted a little bit later on in the night. And
let's talk about the Booker T being thrown out by the Nexus.
Oh, I mean, God, he was in the ring for, a minute or two, and then he's thrown out. I mean, I think that was kind of crappy. The same thing with Diesel. I mean, yeah, Diesel got to hold his own just a little bit more. He got, several minutes versus, 1 minute in the Rumble. But same at that. I mean, I would like to see him down to the final 5 or 6, not the final 10. Yeah, I mean, this is Kevin Nash, for Christ's sakes. This guy, say whatever you want about Kevin Nash. It's Kevin Nash.
As you can see, we're not really all that into doing a review for such a shitty ass pay-per-view, but we deserve. We think that our viewers, our followers, deserve a review. So that's
if you weren't able to get the pay-per-view tonight, a lot of people. You're glad you didn't spend your $45 freaking dollars. Like me and JC said, we wish we went down to the local. Yeah, we did, and we wish we went down to the local movie theater and saw the Green Hornet
in 3D,
and we would have still had fucking $20+ left.
Exactly. Then we see.
You want to run through the progression of the Royal Rumble, and we'll just get to the winner.
Then we see John Cena come out, eliminating all members of the Nexus. I'm sorry. And then John Cena.
From you skipped a whole part.
I can't remember everything. I'm just the key points.
Well, basically, we start off just to get you to where you're at. We started off the Royal Rumble, like you said, with CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, and some other real impressive beginning entrants. Then we kind of moved into this phase where the Rumble was very exciting. Then we end up seeing the members of the Nexus come out. We see them dominate the Rumble, and then
we didn't even get to see a showdown between the core and Nexus, which everyone wanted to see at the beginning.
They're going to save it for WrestleMania. They're building the heat. Or we're going to get to see 3-on-3, maybe an elimination chamber. I don't know. Or maybe single elimination coming out the chamber. But we move into what JC was saying. Then we got to see Booker come out. Unfortunately, he was eliminated quite quickly.
Then John Cena come out with
clears the house like freaking Superman, which is completely unrealistic.
Then the core starts coming out. We see
John Cena
eliminate CM Punk.
Yep.
Then we see The Miz, who was doing commentary when after A-Rye was eliminated. He snuck in the ring while the referee was busy with CM Punk. Threw out Cena, which we got to see later in the match. We got to see Alberto Del Rio actually pick up the win.
Yeah, but you totally missed a whole nother part, my friend. And I know we're concerned if our sound's gonna cut out again, because we are not gonna film this for a third time. You guys are gonna get what we put up. Unfortunately, we're just so freaking tired, and like we said, we got obligations. We
Not
gotta take
even
care of
not
in the morning.
even tired. I mean, it's
Well,
just
I'm
this
tired.
pay-per-view was
I'm
sucked.
tired, and I got obligations in the morning, so I gotta tend to them. But basically just to wrap it up, after we see the core ejected, we're down to, we get to see Diesel in the ring for a minute. We get down to the last 5 guys. Santino went out underneath the bottom rope. He's outside. We're down to Cena, Orton, Alberto Del Rio, and Wade Barrett in the ring. We see them kind of break off 2 and 2. Like JC said, we saw The Miz run in, eliminate John Cena. Orton is out. Um, Barrett is out. Santino comes back in. This is after they already announced Alberto Del Rio is the winner. Started playing his music. Ricardo started announcing. Then Santino comes in, hits the Cobra. Fast as day. Alberto throws him freaking out. And we have a 2011 Royal Rumble and hopefully a future WWE or World Heavyweight Champion.
So we just got to see what happens over the next couple of weeks into Elimination Chamber and see who's the champion after Elimination Chamber for both SmackDown and Raw. And
we will not be buying Elimination Chamber.
We will not be buying Elimination Chamber, but we will give you guys a review. So I'm going to stick with my original choice that I did in the first video. Royal Rumble 1.5. The only good thing about this event was the Royal Rumble match itself, the returning of Booker T and Kevin Nash. Big Daddy Cool, actually, which he's coming back as Diesel. So let's see what happens on Monday Night Raw.
Well, was he back for Diesel just for this one night, and then he's going to merge back into Kevin Nash, or is he going to keep this Diesel persona, or was this one night only? We know Booker T is quite possibly signed for multiple appearances, so once we find out that, we will bring it to you. The biggest thing out of the night, Alberto Del Rio is the 2011 Royal Rumble winner, and Eve is the new Divas champion. For my score, I went through a whole composite of each match, but basically I came out with a 2.5 to 3, and that's very generous at best. And then with me and JC scores averages out, you 1.5, a 2.5, you meet in the middle. What are we talking? A 2? No, we're talking a 2 if you average. And basically that's it. So for F and True Wrestling.
This has been a really shitty Royal Rumble, and if this is as far as he's going to do for pay-per-views this year, I might not even consider buying the WrestleMania.
I am so disappointed right now. I don't know what to say.
So let's see what happens at Against All Odds and see if TNA keeps up the momentum that they're coming off of Genesis. We'll see you guys tomorrow night, hopefully with a very good Raw review, and we'll see you guys
If they can't pull this out of the toilet, I don't know what they're going to do. Have a great night.